I don't think there's like a bunch of minions standing around some, globe they look down into, that they see all of us in the world and goes, oh, we're going to make that one have a problem, and we're going to give that one a bunch of hell to have to deal with today. And, oh, let that one be sick. You know. Hey, beautiful people, LosingDrea here. I know it's been forever since I've been on here. Such is life, and I've been living it. Going through all kinds of crazy stuff, guys. Seriously, don't even want to talk about it. That's not what this video is for. But I did want to come on here and do a video for y'all because I've been watching Joni, Keto Diamond, and a couple other people, Keto Fat Girl No More, and a new one that I'm just about to subscribe to. I've got so many things going on at once, and if I seem sort of rushed and talking kind of fast, there's a complete reason for it. It's like I just don't have any time, and I'm trying to make the best of what time I do have so that I can come on here and do a video for y'all, because I did say that I was going to come on here and do a video for y'all days ago and never did. I had to do some restarting of my whole entire computer, and then the normal program that I use for editing my videos, which I actually paid to use, just like was wiped out, and then I had it somewhere else that I had saved it, and I finally found it and I got it back, and all's good to go with that. So that's exactly what I'm using as far as coming on here right now, along with the camera that's on my computer. Okay, current weight today, I'll give you a little bit of an update. Today on the scale, I was 235.8. That is down from, in the beginning of the month, around the 5th of June, I have recorded on my calendar 240 pounds. So I had gone back up a little bit there. And I just keep flip-flopping back and forth, guys. I get out of the 240s, which I said that I had the 240-something curse. I got out finally and was like, yes, finally, I broke the 240 curse. I'm down into the 230s. And then I've been flip-flopping back and forth in the 230s. And that's been going on for months. And I'm like, done. Finite. I can't do it. Every time, I've been doing a lot of traveling back and forth to Georgia. And every time I'm traveling or something, I'm kind of giving in to some temptations and eating things on the road and whatnot. And it's been messing with my, overall health, of course, because none of it's keto. But obviously my weight loss and, the cravings and all that other stuff come back because I'm not in ketosis when I'm eating stuff that's not keto. So, for those of you who don't know me and or have been following me for several years, at least for the last 2.5, I've been on a ketogenic journey. I started January 8th, 2017, and been progressively, I went from being very strict keto, or at least what I thought was strict keto, to being a little bit more lazy keto, and now I'm doing a lot more carnivore. I eat eggs, I eat meat, I do eat cheese, and I kind of laid off of the heavy whipping cream. While I have a little bit in there, so every now and again I might put a little something in the coffee, but for the most part, guys, black coffee, and I'm loving it. You get used to the things you think that you can't, as long as you don't say I can't. Because as soon as I say I can't and I don't like it, I won't. And that's just the mindset I give myself, and I don't do it. I think everybody's like that. It's human nature. But yeah, black coffee, guys, and I've been loving it. I drink a lot of it. And if I was to calculate as many cups of coffee as I continually drink all throughout the day, aside from a little liquid stevia, and I just put a shot. Like when I say like a shot, I mean like a 1 gram, one little, on my scale, 1 gram squirt. That's it. That's all I need. And that works for me. It's palatable enough for me to enjoy it, and I can still have it. I do not drink a lot of water. I try to drink more water, but I still struggle with that. Like I should have a bottle right now of regular water with me, and I don't, because I have my coffee. now that I thought of it, I will definitely go in the kitchen after I'm done with my coffee when I go to put my cup in the sink. And I will grab a bottle or two of water because I work and do everything out of my office / music studio. And yeah. So what I wanted to tell you guys was, and I had already mentioned her, Joni, Keto Diamond. She's been eating Baconators. Now, I've known for a while that I thought it was okay to eat a Baconator without a bun. When I'm on the road traveling, if I can find a Wendy's, or a Hardee's, usually I do Hardee's, but if I can't find a Hardee's, usually you can go to a Wendy's and I'll get a Baconator. Well, the other night, I think it was last Sunday night. No, it was last Saturday night. It was actually last Sunday morning, to be honest with you, because I worked all Saturday in my garage, sweating in the Florida heat, rearranging and downsizing boxes and things like that I've been storing for years. And they say if you don't see it for 6 months or more, get rid of it. So I'm getting rid of a lot of things. And so this stuff's out in my garage and I'm out there sweating, and I had it all in the middle of the garage so that I can, try to better organize what I was keeping or getting rid of on the sides of the garage. And I couldn't put my car back in the garage, and I don't like to do that where I live. So I stayed up till I think around a little after 1, almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I was finally finished, Wendy's happens to be open here in this town till 3 a.m. at least. So that's what I did. I went to Wendy's. I got myself a Baconator. I got my mom a son of a Baconator. I know if you're laughing, she sure did. She thought that sounded funny, and it does kind of sound funny. But yeah, so her and I both got heartburn, just to kind of cut that whole story short. And I decided I don't want to eat any more Wendy's Baconators because I don't want to feel like that. Now, I do carry a small little bottle of Zantac here in the house, and I will take it if I have to. But I have heard mixed emotions and stuff from certain doctors about, taking away your needed stomach acids and whatnot and not suppressing them. And of course, those, like any other kind of either OTC, over-the-counter medicines, or even prescribed medicines by doctors, have possible other side effects that we don't want, especially when it comes to our liver. Because like me, I don't even have a gallbladder. So, one of the things for me, I have to say, being 49 and let's see, April 22nd or 23rd. Yeah, April 23rd of this year was my 1-year surgiversary from my very first surgery ever, where I had my gallbladder removed. And immediately after I had my gallbladder removed, I was still doing a ketogenic diet, and I was eager to get back to it because, of course, in the hospital they feed you so many carbs, and the exact opposite of a ketogenic diet, because they're all doctors and they think that's good for you. So let's give you ginger ale and Sprite and all this ice cream you want, and Jello and Pops that are not sugar free, and it's crazy, guys. And the fat free this and the low fat that, and it's just the horrible tasting hospital food to begin with. It's all crap. So of course, when I got back home, I couldn't wait to have like an egg or a piece of meat or a hamburger and whatnot, because that to me is what keto is. That's how I started keto, was with a bunless hamburger. Much long after the fact at a wing place, actually. A lot of these foods. But I really found out it wasn't the meat that was hurting me; it was eggs at the time. And now I just ate a breakfast of 5 eggs, kind of. I want to say sautéed, because it's not exactly fried. I like the yolk kind of. I don't like the white runny, but I like the yolk runny. So I sauteed 5 eggs in a pan with Kerrygold butter, and that was my breakfast, along with the coffee that I'm still consuming here, that's still in this cup that you saw. So yeah, guys. But this challenge that Joni's doing to eat Baconators, because it's working for her. She also noticed when she went out to Wendy's and actually ate a Wendy's Baconator that her sinuses started getting tight and she started feeling icky. And I do believe that there are a lot of preservatives and things in those foods from restaurants that probably, I'm not even going to say might be, I'm going to say probably is not in the food, where if you made your own Baconator at home, you would not have that problem. And I felt that same, like I said, the heartburn. My mom and I both immediately felt heartburn. And I think I did feel a little bit of like runny nose, sinus pressure, and headache, which I get runny nose from eating salads and things that I now know my body cannot handle. I don't do salads anymore. I do buy the English cucumbers because they don't have seeds in them, and I know they're not going to give me any kind of heartburn. But that's like my only vice because I am a vegetable lover. I mean, if you go back in my channel, back pre 2.5 years, you will see that I consumed mostly vegetables. You know, I was a hungry girl and I would cook food, and in order to make it look like I had a lot of food that I could consume because I like to eat a lot, I primarily put a lot of vegetables in my plates that I would make. And I was a pollo pescatarian for a long time, doing just chicken and fish. And I didn't do red meat. And I was on the verge of going vegan, which if you check my playlists here on my channel, you will see I have a lot of links to vegan, vegan channels, vegan people, vegan foods, recipes, things of that nature, as well as vegetarian and things of that nature. It's just like religion, guys. Whatever you believe is your right to believe it. I don't roll my eyes at it. I don't turn my nose up at it. I don't judge, and I don't talk about you or what you believe in. If you believe in something, that's quite all right with me that you have something you believe in. However, for myself, what works for me or what has not worked for me or whatnot is how I go about things for me personally. My body is my own temple, and I'm my own advocate, and I do what I got to do, what's best for me. And I didn't always practice that. Obviously, I didn't get over 300 pounds by practicing that. I didn't care. And when I hurt, I wanted to hurt myself. So I did that with food for the most part. I am just like everybody else. And I have to believe that nobody in this life is any different than anyone else. You might have more money, you might have less problems, but everybody somewhere has something going on in their life, whether good or bad or indifferent, and it's okay. Okay, there's only one person, and I'm not a very religious person, but I do believe in a higher power, and there is only one person that higher power can be to me. Don't give up. Do what you got to do for you, and just keep trucking, keep on trucking, keep going. You know, if you have a goal, set that goal, place that goal in front of you, and just keep going towards that goal, and don't veer off path. I mean, you might kind of fall off a little bit here and there. It's a bumpy road. You know, anything can happen on a bumpy road. You might fall down, but just get yourself back up again. Because that's what I've been doing over the last several years. I've been falling down, getting up, falling down, getting up. I don't even want to come on here and do a video for you guys because for the most part, I don't want to report that I don't have anything to report. And yet I know that that's okay because that's my journey, and that's what I created my channel for, was for me to go back and see where have I come from, where have I been, what worked, what didn't work. And yeah, you know, I try to weigh myself every day. That's not for everybody else, so don't judge me. I know that there's other people that do it. It helps me gauge what's been working or not working for me from the day before. Because if I gained some weight today, then I know whatever I ate today probably wasn't good for me. If I lost some weight, then that's probably good. I can do that again, and I can repeat that. If I don't weigh myself, I'm not conscious of what's going on, and therefore I have a better chance of falling off the wagon by not thinking about it and not caring about it. But if I keep it in the forefront of everything else that I do, then I know for a fact that it's up here, it's in my mind, and you know, I'm going to keep doing what I got to do. So I do weigh myself every day. Do I track my food every day with my Fitness Pal? I was, but then I fell off the wagon with that. I haven't been tracking my food, but I know what I like to eat, and I know what I've been eating, and it's pretty much been the same every day. And rather than constantly dwelling on the food by constantly having to, you know, either get on an app on my phone or, you know, go on the computer and input the food, for me, not thinking about the food as much, to me, is just better right now. With everything that I'm going through, I just don't even have the time to do that. So I haven't been logging my food, but I don't recommend that. I recommend you do log your food, that you do get either a free or a paid app that you can use on your phone and or on your computer, or do both, or on your tablet, and keep track of what you eat. Even if you don't have a phone or a computer, well, I don't know how you're watching me if you don't, but write it down, write it, excuse me, breakfast. Be conscious of what you are eating, because if you're not aware of it, you can let it kind of get out of hand. But with keto, I don't count calories, so I don't feel the need to continually go in there and count the calories. What I've been eating usually works for me as long as I stick to it and I don't go off plan. And when I say plan, even though I don't think of it as a diet, I mean, eating things that I know I shouldn't be eating. For me, it's just been easy to sustain this way of life, this way of eating, because it's easier to omit things and say, these are the things you're not supposed to eat, than to try to say, oh, here's a plan, and you eat this, this, and this, breakfast, lunch, dinner. That never worked for me. I found it like, anything else where somebody tells me what to do. I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to have instructions. I'm not a machine. I am a human being with feelings, and I get hungry, I get cranky, I get lonely, I get tired, I get bored. All that stuff comes into play, and all that stuff is a recipe for disaster for most people, whether you want to put that on yourself to say that you're a food addict or a binge eater or whatever. I'm not self-diagnosing myself anymore with labels. I have those issues. I do. Addictions to food, overeating things that I know are more calories and things that I should be consuming. The fact that I love sweets. I'm a home, a self-taught gourmet chef and a baker, and I love to bake and make things. That's my therapy, is to just get in that kitchen and start being creative with food. I need to focus that creativity in other areas of my life and not do so much of that. Anyways, I'm rambling, guys. It's coming very close to 20 minutes, and I didn't even want to go over 10. But here I am again. I love you guys so, so very much. I'm sorry I haven't been on here doing videos. Perhaps you'll see more from me coming this Monday, the 24th, as I begin the Baconator challenge, as I've accepted from Joni Keto Diamond. And if you haven't already subscribed to her channel, please go ahead. I'll leave a link down below in the description box for you to go check her out. If you haven't already liked and with the thumb up of this video, please go ahead and do. It does kind of help me with some algorithm thing, whatever that algorithm thing is. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or you have a channel that's keto related that you maybe want me to come and check out. Either way, I hope you guys are all having a very blessed and wonderful day. With that said, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you. Be the boss of your loss if you're on a weight loss journey, and I will definitely be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Be blessed.